of the world. We the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out. The prophesy the downfall of this sinful kingdom called Babylon. And also, first and foremost, before we get started, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son, that proper true names in the Hebrew tongue.
Kal,
Halayim,
Halayim,
La,
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Mama.
All right, also want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. I'll jump straight into it.
In the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
Right. So the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. You know I've been blowing the trumpet out here with the elder apostle Harold One for some years, but even before that, like trumpet being blown since the 60s, with starting with Abba Bivens. You see that? And people just acting like walking around all dilly-willy like ain't nothing going on. You know, everybody want to be content creators and YouTubers and Instagrammers and TikTokers and stuff. Don't nobody see what's going on right up under their nose, man. You have another oil tanker that was seized coming out of Venezuela, and Trump allegedly said it had sanctioned oil on it that should not have left the port. But however, apparently the oil that was on that tanker belonged to Russia, Iran, and China. So, and what did Trump say? He said, I guess we're just going to keep it. So they're strong arming, really pirating, allegedly, in international waters, breaking a lot of rules and laws according to the international laws of the United Nations. And it's going to be stopped. So you have all these things that are going on in the earth, and the spiritual warfare going on between Jacob and Esau that 2/3 of our people are oblivious to. They're going to get caught up in the trap that's being set up for Esau. All right, so it says, the scripture says, the wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous. It said, what it said, the Lord shall deliver the righteous and set the wicked in their place. You see that? So we're out here fighting the warfare, and right up under people's nose. And this spiritual warfare going on right now. It's not a proxy war. This is a hot war. This is seriously hot. This is spiritually hot. It's gonna get physically hot when the ICBMs start being shot off. And what did Russia just put their oceanic, whatever it's called, on ready mode, and it's capable of holding nuclear warheads, set up to 6 of them in each one. So with that being said, what manner of conversation ought to be an all holy conversation in godliness? What should your action be in this time? Like, if you know war is going on, you ain't gonna be really thinking about poverty. I mean, partying. Anybody know that scripture? Not caring for the cares of this world, so you be a good soldier of both sides. A soldier, but not, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, the elder did a beautiful lesson on Isaiah 49, going into how Isaiah was being set up to prophesy the scattering and the gathering of the children of Israel from him to Yahushai to the elect. See that? So now when he said, and also I'll make you a sharp person instrument have a team. All right, so with that being said, there's a serious war going on, and the men of the Lord are out here on the battlefield fighting for the sake of Israel and the deliverance of our people from the hands of this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great, set up by Esau, or who's a physical counterpart of the devil. No. You can get it.
Matthew 24 and 36. But of the day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
So think about it. Noah was building that. You can kind of say it was like building the ark. He was building the temple, not building the temple, but a place of refuge for the destruction that was coming. Right? That was a physical thing, right? So we're doing the same thing right now, building a place of refuge, right, for the destruction that's coming. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand that they're the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Father's name is Yahweh, Son's name is Yahushua. All right, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. We need to know that. We need to know these names. Those are the names you call upon for salvation.
Right, and also he said what? They knew not.
They knew not.
So they're oblivious. A lot of people are oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So what happens when that overflowing scores comes in this time? It's going to happen this time, huh? When the enemy shall rush in as a flood, these 2/3 of our people ain't going to have no protection against that. But you got the men of the Lord being prepared right now as they're fighting in the midst of war. Just like I was doing in the what was that, Nehemiah? We were building the wall. They had a sword in one hand, the bricks in the other. Right. Yeah. So it's the same spirit at this time, right? Like what was going on in the time of Haggai when we were building the temple. They had all kind of stuff going on, economic crashes, all kind of stuff going on during the books of Haggai when we were building that temple. Go ahead.
Like real quick.
Come.
2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves.
And that just shows, you can see that all on social media.
Yeah,
You can see all that on social media, men being lovers of their damn self, man. That's another form of idol worship. Like you look at yourself in the mirror as somebody, like as if you could do something. See that? You can't.
And they call it, my bad, no, and they're distracted.
Huh.
They're distracted, man. That means they're carnal and they're distracted from the Lord's call. So many different characteristics, jobs, employment, opportunities in this society that they forget the main opportunity, which is salvation. Yep.
And they're not going to be able to see it because they're so distracted by this whole rat race. You know what I'm saying? The God of this world, the love for money. It's not even necessarily the love for money. It's that pressure, man. Like it's that pressure. Like I said before, people don't sell out for the bag all the time. Sometimes people sell out and still struggle. They sell out to live paycheck to paycheck.
They order out of chaos.
Huh.
Esau created the chaos, and Jacob tried to find a way out of it, and Esau gave him the remedy. You know, then they got the bread and circus for distraction. Just like the Roman Empire.
Right. Everybody doing their hard rock bets, trying to make their parlays and everything. I mean, that's cool, but nothing wrong with it. But if you're looking for that for salvation, I'm saying, right. But if you think that's going to save you in the time of the Lord, it ain't, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So it's all about a mindset. If you get these jobs, what are you bringing in these jobs? You bringing light or darkness? Go ahead.
That's what you're saying right here. Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding. So you can get those things. You know?
You can get those things. There's nothing wrong with getting those things at all. Nothing wrong. Hey.
No, but get those. You can he say, use the word without abusing it. So you can have a social media. You can be a content creator. You can make your deals or whatever you're doing. But first of all, get wisdom, man. The Lord I give them is getting. That's the principal thing. You need to have your priorities in place.
Right.
Yep.
Our people don't know how to prioritize. 2/3 of our people don't know how to prioritize, man. The Lord gonna prioritize for them. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 24. It says, again, say not, I have enough and possess many things, and what evil can come to me hereafter. You know, and a lot of our people are caught up in that sense of thinking that this place is going to continue forever, and thinking that nothing's going to happen, thinking that this money is going to last forever. All right, but not knowing that this place is crumbling right before their eyes. The people who putting their trust in it is going to have a hard time ahead, a hard days of time ahead. All right, Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, it's gonna be so unbearable. It's gonna be so unbearable, and they're gonna look at them rich. They're gonna realize they wasted their whole life away for something that's gonna come to naught. Set up by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, let's say something.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Mashiach."
Why is that? Because it's a war that we're a spiritual war that we're fighting right now. So we gotta endure hardness as a pure soldier, man. Being in solitude, being alone with the Lord. Yeah, we have our brothers, right? But we need to stay deeply rooted in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 4, "No man that warreth entangling himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier."
Right, don't entanglements get you in messed up situations? Jada Pinkett, did she have an entanglement? See, being entangled in darkness, you're going to still be in darkness. You know, if you're entangled in this world, that means that light that you once had, you have to put it down. Because you can't, because your hands are full. So what are some people choosing to put down and let go? Because you got to let go of something. That's why he said you can't serve God and mammon. Because you're going to cleave to one and hate the other. See that? If you're serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that don't mean you have to be broke. Scripture said, give me poverty, nigga, give me riches. See that? If you're rich, if you have a good heart towards the Lord, you'll always have a rejoicing and cheerful countenance.
Yeah, if you got money in your damn bank account, you got over 500,000, you still got to bring your ass out here.
Right.
Okay.
No excuse.
All those obligations. If you travel to Dubai, you better be to Dubai.
Right. Teaching in Dubai. Right.
That's it. I'll be all over the world.
I'll be a thorn in people's side. You know, what is that? Traveling black man, the YouTube dude?
I was that traveling black woman. Remember that? I was over there with the Hindu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he saw, man.
Teaching all over the place. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand that there is rights in the Holy Bible. The Most High Yahweh chose the people. You got precepts over there.
This is Sirach chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 19. "Coming to her as one that ploweth and soweth and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon." So, coming to wisdom, work, man. You got to work until you receive to the end. He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So you got to work all the way to the end. So therefore, when you work and get to that destination that you are trying to acquire to get to, which is salvation, which is the kingdom, which is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that's when you receive her good fruits. You will see the good fruits along the way too, as well, by the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Increase you in knowledge, increase you in understanding, patience, so forth and so forth too. All right.
And what else? And also receiving that good fruit, what do? You become that good fruit, the first fruit ushered in the kingdom. You know, we become like if you think about it, Yahweh was the content creator, and we distribute that content on the internet, right? And we become famous in the kingdom. That's like the elder said last week. When the kingdom is set up, we will always be known as the builders. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We'll always be the ones that stood 10 toes down for the sake of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the deliverance of Israel. What you can't. There's nothing that can compare to that on this side. Nothing. No matter how much money you have in the bank. Yes, Lord.
Verse 20, Ecclesiastes chapter 6. It says, "She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her."
Right. So if you come out here to battle and you don't have the wisdom, you don't have the proper ammo and the proper you got kinks in your garment, you're gonna be like a so-called black man in a scary movie. You're gonna be the first one to go.
When they become faint and they work, they stop showing up.
Right.
They get weak, their faith get weak.
So then you abandon your post. But just like if you can't yield the sword right or hold the shield right, just like that little decrepit dude that was on the 300, Leonidas like, no man, you can't fight with us. So imagine, because if you can't hold your shield up right, protecting your next brother, the Lord gonna move you out of the way. Because guess what? You become dead weight. There ain't nobody carrying around no dead bodies around here. You know, go ahead.
It says, verse 21, "She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him." And he will cast her From him it belong.
But the ones of the elect, when she lies upon him as a mighty stone, that stone is a stone of discipline, right? We're gonna embrace that, right, and use that as our weapon, as our strength. Go ahead.
For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many.
Only the ones that are able to yield that sword. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the speckled bird need to understand who the Father is, Yahweh's son named Yahushua. We need deliverance out of this place that's about to be destroyed. We're fighting a war right now. And it's a spiritual war going on against light against darkness.
Hey, Con too, and also may I add in too, verse 21, it says she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and who will cast her off, and he will cast her from him, it will belong, man. So yeah, this wisdom gonna lay on you, man. Hey, just like bench pressing, all right? Hey, shit, you ain't even gonna try the effort of trying to get the damn weight up off your chest, man. You just gonna throw it off to the side and get it up off you, man. You know. So with that being said, your spotter is the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You think he just gonna let you sit there and just fail? Nah, man. Hey, put an effort to it, man. You know. So hey, shit, push it up. Try to get it up off your chest.
Yeah, get it up out of here. Get it up out of here. All right, you got to put that.
No, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 27, and verse 1. It says, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. As a nail sticketh fast between the joints of a stone, so does sin stick close between buying and selling. Unless a man
And
holds...
that's what we're really fighting against. We're fighting against sin. Sin is that darkness that encompasses the earth, right? And the truth debunks that and sheds light and exposes it for what's real and what's fake. But what happens if you're blinded, right? You're not going to be able to see that. Because you're going to look at the truth as of no value, right? And you're going to look at the lust of sin as value. And it's going to take you further and further down the rabbit hole to where you're not going to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel because you're going the wrong direction. Go ahead.
Verse 3, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown.
And what comes with that, right? Going with the discipline of wisdom, right? Being up under learned men so you can be guided in the correct direction. Like we're all, we're grown men, right? But we have to understand what is our stature in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. If you can't come into the truth grown with that mentality, oh, I'm a grown-ass man. No, that's not going to get you nowhere, right? Because guess what? You will stunt your own growth and will not be able to receive the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua if you have that mentality. Because it's hard to teach grown people. That's how it says it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. That's why it says you have to come into a babe. It says teach a child in the way it should go, he shall never depart. So if you don't catch that childlike mindset and you don't let it sink in like a sponge like children do, you're going to depart from it.
Hey, and if I may add on too as well, man, hey, shit, like the elder of this camp said too, Erwan, man, the other week. Like, you can't just get up and like, oh yeah, man, I gotta do it last night. Shit, you gotta know that you need this, man. This shit like air, Hey, shit, without the truth, without us doing the work of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, without us getting out here exalting him, shit, he basically died twice, man. So with that being said, shit, you gotta stand up for him while he ain't able to down here stand up for himself physically until he come back, And then too, also it's like, hey man, shit, like I say, it's just like air, man. Shit, hey, without this, okay, cool. We may have a time where we don't be able to, all right, shit, be able to breathe properly, as far as say to get out here and do what we need to do it when we need to do it, So therefore, we got to look within inside ourselves, what's not causing us to breathe how we need to breathe thoroughly, fluently, all the way through. So we take those hiccups out the way, examine ourselves, man. That way we can get out here and get the breathing fully functional again, man.
Right. That goes into the lesson that the elder did 2 weeks ago about that highway for the children of Israel. We're supposed to be clearing the path, right? But we got to clear the path that's in front of us first. Well, we can go get on that road and start clearing the other path for everybody else to get through. But sometimes we get in the way of ourselves, not understanding that we got some shit that we need to let go in order for us to continue in righteousness. You see what I'm saying? Don't get out here in the battlefield trying to fight carnally, thinking you're gonna run out that elephant, then you want to get some glory. You stab the elephant, then he follow you. Now you gone.
Hunt lions get taken out by a rabbit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're not watching, paying attention to what exactly you should be paying attention to. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 27 and 3.
It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. So you got to hold yourself diligently in the fear, the honor, and the respect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Making it a purposeful thing to walk the truth, the path of truth, holding yourself diligently, so that your house won't be overthrown, so the Lord won't move you out of the way. You end up taking your hands off the plow because of the things of this world or the things in this world, because that's what these things are for. They're here to distract you, and a lot of this stuff, it tries to exert itself up and above and over Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in our life. So you got to hold yourself diligently in the way of truth, in the way of righteousness, in the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, so that your house won't be overthrown. And sometimes it's the reverse of that. Sometimes it's not people trying to hold themselves over Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Sometimes it's them not living up to that spirit that the Lord put in us. Like, you can't look down on yourself, because guess what? We're supposed to be pruning ourselves the way we can look in the mirror and see the image of our Lord Yahweh Shai, to be presented to Yahweh, because that's the spirit that was put in us. So we should never doubt that spirit of the Lord that He put in us. Because if we doubt that spirit, then we doubt Him, and there ain't no doubt in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See, all I need to get out, you know what I'm saying? That's emotional bullcrap that doesn't need to be nowhere. You can't have emotions. One thing that, you know, Alexander the Greek did say, it was disgusting, but he told his men, forget about your wives. They went a little bit extra with it. But you can't have your mind focused on anything emotional when you're out here at war. Because you leave yourself vulnerable. Because you can be antagonized, you can be provoked, you see what I'm saying? You can be distracted, and you can be persecuted by your damn self because you're not emotionally intelligent enough to deal with the order of the truth the way it should be dealt with. It takes a level of emotional intelligence that's where wisdom comes in. As men, we teach emotional intelligence. That's why these YNs that are out here like unaliving and shooting up stuff, because they didn't have a father in their household to say, shut the fuck up, stop crying, what the hell is going on, let's fix that, move forward, not according to your emotions, and somebody to explain to them that you don't have to feel inferior every time you feel some type of way emotionally. You have to understand how to channel that energy and use wisdom to move forward. That's why it takes wisdom, because without wisdom, you'll never be able to utilize emotional intelligence, because you won't have it. See that? You have to have the proper weapons and be able to fight a battle. Like, it was a little, I don't know if y'all see those little short film things that you gotta buy. You get the app, and it had a little movies on it. Well, there was one to where like, the dude he was so built up in pride that he was they call him the king of guns, right? And he hit a target from 4,000 yards away, or 4,000 meters away, right? When he hit that, because he modified his gun to be able to hit it, but when he did that, his spotter told him, like, don't take the shot, it's too far, and it will expose our position, right? He said, but no, I can hit the shot. He hit the shot, took out the target, but it exposed their position, and there was another sniper a few hundred yards away from them that got their location and killed the spotter. See that? He didn't have enough intelligence and wisdom to know to be out there on the battlefield when to take the shot, when not to take the shot. You see that? So it takes a level. When you're out here fighting a war, it takes wisdom. It's like, man, war is 99.9% mental. And that 0.1% of physicality, right? If you lean on that too much, that could put you in a vulnerable situation. See that? And you'll be taken out of the way. So we got to make sure our mindset stays fervent in the heat and stays occupied in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because idle time is the devil's playhouse and workhouse. See, so what's going to happen is now you start thinking the dumbest thoughts in the world, and you start believing, gaslighting your damn self, believing those dumb thoughts, when the Lord pulled all those mortal thoughts out of our mind and put His thoughts in our mind. But it's what thoughts do you take to dwell upon?
Precept.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4. I'll start at verse 16. It says, if a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession.
And that's generational wealth that you can pass down. You see that? Holding on to wisdom, that's generational wealth you can pass down. You see that? Take hold of her.
Verse 17, Ecclesiastes chapter 4. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline. Until
Now, wait a minute. Now when women act like that, I don't see people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. They wait patiently. They like, hey, wait for that opportunity. They wait even more for wisdom, because wisdom ain't gonna forsake you.
He said, for at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with discipline.
But you know what? The crazy part about it, that fear that wisdom brings upon you, the fear of the Lord, that makes you want to run after her. You see that?
Until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
When you win the trust of wisdom, you win the trust of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Because that's with his wisdom that he's trusting you.
Verse 18. Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets.
Ain't that what we looking for? We're trying to see what's under that skirt. What's that secret? That's what we're looking for.
Hey,
Same thing with wisdom.
and this always not at the beginning of you coming into the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. We're going to constantly be tried, man. That's why we're in the furnace of affliction. So this scenario is going to come up different times throughout, within and without, our walk in salvation, man. Our walk in the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, our walk in faith. This trial is going to continue to pop up. Why? Because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is going to continue to strengthen us, man. So each level up, this is what's going to come with it, all right? Why? Because it's going to see, all right, the things that you done learned, the things that you done took in, all right, now, all right, we go sit right here, life and death in front of you, man. Which one you go choose? You go take in what you learned, which one you go walk with, man? So that's why it says, all right, verse 18, it says, then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. Why? Because, hey, it's just like at the Kingsman, the first one, right? They was trying not to be a part of the Secret Service and everything. They went to the club. They hold objectives for, they had to basically, serenade this woman, right? Get her, get a number, whatever the case may be. But what happened, they ended up putting something in their drink, and they got tied up, laid on the train tracks, man. They was like, hey, man, who is the Kingsman? What are they doing? Tell me everything. Nah, they had to stand 10 toes down for what they stood for, who they worked for, and what they believed in. Same thing with the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah when it comes to us with this truth, man. So with that being said, those that failed, it wasn't even a real train coming, man. And it was retractable train tracks, all right? So you had some that gave up, all right? And once they gave up, they was put out, all right? And the ones that stood 10 toes and held it down for the truth and the faith, all right, in the sense of what we doing, all right, and they stood 10 toes for the Kingsman, they was inducted in, man, All right, so the same way with us, man, we want to be inducted into the kingdom, man. So we're going to stand boldly for the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, It says, verse 18, Ecclesiastes 4, it says, then will she turn the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin. So man. So yeah, man. So if you make the wrong choice, hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gonna leave you right where you messed up at, man. So therefore, if you choose to go left when you should have went right, he gonna let you stay left, man.
All right. Any more precepts?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 7. Just to back up our call. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. So if you continue to put off from day to day and you turn your back on the Lord, man, when day of the judgment day pop up, man, you have no covering, man. So this is why we come out now, man, to turn, to preach, to teach, and to blow that trumpet, man, to help people turn back to the Lord, man, so they can get under that covering of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. But if you came in this truth already, man, it ain't no putting off, man. You gotta get back in this truth, man, so that way you can be covered in that day, man.
It's a wonder why in Songs of Solomon how he references what he would do to a woman when the lights go off, as what basically he would talk about wisdom. You See that? So, like, everything has a spiritual and a physical counterpart to it. How you doing?
Hi.
All right. So now, understanding that, he was talking about how he loves and caressed a woman, right? When he's referring to wisdom, that's how we're supposed to obtain her, to hold on to her. See that? And that's going to be our fuel and our motivation in this battle that we're fighting right now. All right?
This is Luke chapter 9, verse 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. So if you put your hands on this plow, you decide you're going to work for Yahushua and Yahushua, and you look back into the world, the Lord said you ain't fit for the kingdom, and you take out, you stop doing the work of Yahushua and Yahushua. You start being bothered with what's going on in the world. The Lord says himself that you're not worthy of the kingdom. So keep your hands on the plow. Especially if the Lord done brought you in, you really don't got no choice to be quitting. ain't no benefit. You looking at the beast of destruction or the Heavenly Father's wrath, which they both is like you don't want to be part of now one of them. So get your sugar, honey, iced tea together and put your hands back on the plow and work.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 14. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy. You know, neglect not the gift. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an important thing that the Lord had given to us, you know what I'm saying? By prophecy. So we was predestined to receive this gift. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep fighting. Keep holding on to it, you know what I'm saying? Because we are in the midst of this fire, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta keep on, hold on to it, you know what I'm saying? It's a precious gift, man.
I be having visions of, like, I cannot imagine what people are doing when they don't show up to camp. I know that ain't the topic, but it's just kind of going there a little bit. Yeah. But like when people don't show up to camp, any camp out there, they don't show up to the camp. I be like, what? If they ain't working, what they sitting back eating grapes? Watching the video or something? Filing their toenails down or something?
It's just a mindset for.
I don't get it. Like, what could they be doing? Taking a nap?
Missing the opportunity of mercy. That's basically what they're doing.
I just don't get it, man.
Yeah, like just like the motherfucker ain't gonna try to miss work because they trying to get paid. It's the same thing in this situation. All right. But yeah, man. Like, especially it's a war going on. Like, you gotta show them to the battle.
Physical and spiritual.
Right. This is let's get Jeremiah 51.
Somebody's lack of faith that discourages the next person.
Right.
They can discourage the whole team, man. That's why the Lord said, if your right hand is faith, you ain't cut that shit off. You know what I mean? Because that shit can become just like any, let's say a limb that goes limp or dead or got fungus on it, or what do you call that? Infection?
Yeah. You gotta cut it off.
They have to cut it off. So they can affect the whole body.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
So understanding that, he's talking about the children, the elect of the children of Israel, man. You see that? He said he shall make you a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. That teeth means might, right? So our might is his wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, which was given unto the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. If you call on the Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh in order to repent, or to make it out of this coming destruction. This place gonna be flat.
With thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
And that's what you're seeing happening right now. People don't understand this system, the image of the beast, the system that's set up. The people keep the system going. So as the elect start pulling away from that system, the system starts to crumble. But it's delayed reaction that it's not manifested yet. But you can see it happening, right? The more we pull away, all it takes is one small number to pull away from that. You take one little small nut out of the system, right? It's not going to be able to hold up.
No, man, really, they probably notice us going. It's about the Lord.
Come,
We turn into the ultimate power.
come,
That's gonna shut down these damn systems.
come.
Us turning back and turning to our power, man, it's gonna bring their system down. It's like that effect you said, they get hit, feel the effect later. Or like something get bit by a snake. That way it's gonna be like the death habit.
That's what my uncle do. Like,
Yeah, so, real quick, they get bit by something and the poison seeps in later. And they die later.
come,
They kill their system and their ruler city.
come. Like my uncle. Like normally we use
All right, there you go.
normally we use like a 308 or something like that, or a 30-30 when we hunt deer, right? But my uncle, he uses a shotgun. I'm like, you know, you use a shotgun to hunt deer? He's like, yeah. All he do is hit. He hit the deer when he try to get close as he can to hit it, and he hit it, and he let him run off into the woods. He gonna bleed out and die. He gonna bleed out and die. He don't spend all that time. You know what I'm saying? He just put a whole bunch of food out there for him, and go out there when he feel like he can catch him, hit him with that shotgun, and he going on the porch to sit down. Then he'll send the dogs out there. Once he hear the dogs barking in one station, one area, you know where that's where the deer at. He go get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's like the after effect of what you know what I'm saying, of what we're doing in the spirit of Yahweh Shim outside. Us being that battle like now, this little small minute army, right? It looks minute and small to the rest of the world, but they don't know how great and vast it is. You know what I'm saying? 144,000 and 1/3 of the believers against the whole world. And we win. Go ahead.
Verse 21, with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider.
That's it. Jeremiah 16:16.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Now, we fishing right now, right? We fishing right now, right? We're bringing in more soldiers. See that? Go ahead.
And select. Saith the Lord, and they shall fish them, and after will I send for many hunters.
Right. So once we recruit everybody that needs to be recruited, it's hunting season. Go ahead, all the way to 21.
And they shall hunt them for every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
See that? See that? That's what we're being set up and designed to do. That's what we're being conditioned to do. Go ahead. Interjection. Go ahead.
Verse 17, Jeremiah 16. For mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face.
Done.
Neither-
Lord see everything, even what we're doing. See that? Go ahead.
Neither is there iniquity hid from mine eyes. And first I will recompense their iniquity and their sin double.
So they're going to get a double portion. Imagine how much power we're going to give us to put 2 foots in their ass. So we got to be able to fly. We can't walk with 2 foots in their ass. You know? Go ahead.
Because they have defiled my land, they have filled my inheritance.
The Lord pissed off, man. He pissed off at us for defiling the land, so he got us up out of there, and they defiled it double time. You see what I'm saying? They defiling it right now. The Lord is pissed off. Go ahead.
They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things.
So we become dead as a nation. The detestable things are those idols that they got our people worshiping. Go ahead. That's what we're really fighting against. You see that? That's what the battle is against. Those goddamn idols. Go ahead.
Verse 19, Jeremiah 16. O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, my strength and my fortress and my refuge.
Right. So understanding, knowing that, you know what you have to do to continue that. What we read last week, no longer being in the shadow of the world, under the shadow of the world, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is our refuge. Go ahead.
In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lives,
That's the other nations and 2/3 of our people.
vanity, and things
Really
wherein.
the other nations, because, yeah, and 2/3. Go ahead.
Vanity and things wherein there is no profit.
Because the scripture says, for 2/3 of our people, you are of your father, the devil. So the lust of your father you will do. Go ahead.
Verse 20, Jeremiah 16. Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?
Right. You out here making God worship and all that thing. Like, and you got to sit them up on their house and fashion them down and make them move. If you gotta want to move somewhere, you got to move somewhere yourself. They ain't got no power in them at all. Go ahead.
That was it. 20.
21.
Jeremiah 16 and 21.
Jeremiah 28.
Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the Lord.
Oh, his hand and his might. What is his right hand? His right hand is Yahweh Shai. And what is his weapon of war? The children of Israel, the elect. See that? We become the might of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We become that power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He's going to put his power within us. See that? Bring your piece up now.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and the truth and true judgment instead of a helmet. He shall take holiness for an invisible shield. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. So that world being the same world as John 3 and 16. You know, the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, whom the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to use to fight against, you know, the armies of this world, the armies that's left after World War III, you know, even before this place being destroyed. Before the Lord called us up, you know, brothers getting spiritual power, you see what I'm saying? And then it get to a point to where the Lord called us up, and then Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18, the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever.
All right, let's get at Jeremiah 28 and 8.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Not only are we prophesying about war, but we're in the midst of a war right now. It's going to be a bad storm. Let's run through a couple of Jeremiah 16 and 16. And,
16 and 16, I had you read that one.
yeah, I put it down there again because it'll come after that.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, they shall fish them.
See, right. So that's why the prophets of old were sent out. What were they doing? They're sending out judgment and fishing for the ones that could get salvation. See that? And that's exactly what we're doing now, because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand that they're the Israelites of the Holy Bible. All right, so Matthew 4:1.
What's a map?
This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Yahweh led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
Now, this is the first battle that we got to conquer. The battle of being tempted by the devil. Go ahead.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungry.
So when you're basically that's saying when you're at your most vulnerable point, that's when the enemy gonna come in and try to attack you. You know, go ahead.
And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of Yahweh, command that these stones be made bread. And he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh.
Keep going.
Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple.
You're gonna be offered a whole bunch of things. You're gonna be presented with a whole bunch of things, not even in a good way. You're gonna be afflicted in so many ways. They're gonna try to push you to try to give up, man. Go ahead.
Verse 6, and saith unto him, if thou be the son of Yahweh, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Now that's like saying going up to a high building and jumping off. The Lord gonna save me. No, that's for when we go up into these chariots. Go ahead.
Verse 7, Yahushua said unto him, it is written again, that thou shalt not tempt the Lord Yahweh thy power. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them.
Right. So what would happen if Yahushua didn't understand the scriptures or the word that was given unto him by Yahweh when he came here on this earth? He might have took the bait, but he already knew. You can't give me nothing that's already his. What you gonna give him? When he made everything, you gonna give him what?
You gonna give him a piece?
Like, come on, man.
A piece of a planet.
A piece of corruption. Because all the kingdoms out on the earth at that time were corrupt kingdoms. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship.
But who fell for it? Judas fell for it. But that was only for prophecy's sake. Go ahead.
2/3 of our people as well. Then saith Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship Yahweh thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
What does it say? Resist the devil, and he shall flee from thee. See that? So yeah, we're gonna deal with this temptation. We're gonna be tempted. We're gonna be persecuted. We're gonna be tried. But all we have to do is resist the devil, and he shall flee, man. You see that? Go ahead.
Verse 12. Now when Yahushua had heard that John was cast into the prison, he departed into Galilee.
Right now his cousin was thrown into prison, right? So did Yahushua stop working? Did he stop fighting? No. Go ahead.
And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum. Which is upon the sea coast in the borders of Zebulun, and Naphtali, that it might be fulfilled, spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea beyond Jordan.
Verse 19 say.
And he saith unto them, verse 19, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Right, that was the point. That was the point. So that's why I said. But it was the line that they come to that. That's why Peter was fishing in the river and said, follow me, I'll make you fishers of men. That goes back to when he said, I sent from many fishers, then I'm gonna turn those fishers into hunters. You see that? So we're in the fishing stage. Even though we're in the fishing stage, this is part of the warfare, man. See what I'm saying? Then I took the
Hey, shit, what we fishing for? Shit, part of the war is shit for us to help go to the physical warfare. For real. When we gotta go fish, for when we become those hunters of men.
Isaiah 41, 15.
This is Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth.
Power and might. A new sharp threshing instrument. That's why we got to cut off the old man and put on the new. You see that? We got to put on the new. Put on the new. Become a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Lord's going to level this kingdom and get all the abominations out of the way, man.
Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small.
Thresh the mountains, the governments, and beat them small into pieces, man. That's what we're set up and designed to do. How are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? Oh, no. No, we're going to do that through wisdom, man. Because guess what? We didn't have that. They were taken away from us, but the Lord gave us our strength back. You see that? Go ahead.
It shall make the hills of chaff.
Chaff. What's chaff? Make me burnt. You see that? Oh. All right, that was it. 2 Corinthians 10, folks.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Right. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. That's why we need to obtain to this wisdom, because that's our weapon.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
But mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds.
Boom. That's what we have to do. We got to pull down these strongholds out of our people's minds, man. That's like when they set the abomination, they set the statue of Zeus in the temple during 70 AD. They did it again when Christianity putting the pale face Jesus on the minds of our 2/3 of our people that are sitting up in these churches.
Right.
See that? 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's like it's right on top of us, basically.
All right. Yeah. All the way verse 5 and then.
2 Corinthians 10:5. Casting down imaginations, every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach.
And that's it. And that's basically the point why we're out here fighting. Bring everything that into captivity that's not under the obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, we're going to shut it down. It's about to come down real bad. We might jump back on the Discord and go live on that. But that's basically it. It's a warfare going on, and 2/3 of our people are acting oblivious as it's all hunky-dory. But stay in the faith. Keep seeking the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Stay fervent in the truth, and don't let distractions distract you and try to take you out of the way. With that, we're going to give all glory and praise to the Father, and the Son, and the Prophet, in the name of the Holy Spirit of truth. We're going to say, Kal,
Alayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah.
Double honors to the other apostles, great blessed, and double honors to our other apostles. As well, I heard one by Yahshua down in the Elijah camp. Salutations to the ark that are pushing the truth, sincerity, and truth, and peace and blessings to the men and children of the name of Yahweh. Shalom.
Shalom.